Hey everyone, Susan from Head Over Heels Fitness. Today is Sunday stretch day. We made it through another week. I don't know about you, but I'm having a hard time remembering what day is what. So, how's it going? All right, so today you will need tennis ball, possibly a ball, holiday, a dog to help you. Hi. Yeah. All right. Ooh, it's supposed to be nice out, so hopefully you guys got a walk-in, or you're gonna get a walk-in later on today. I know that a lot of us are walking more. One thing. Hi, Mom. Okay. Oh, those are not for you. This is half of what I deal with while I'm working out. No, that ball's mine. Okay. Again, holiday is going to be helping. And you will need a mat, choice of balls again, and a strap of sorts. So I have a yoga strap. If you have a scarf or anything like that, grab that now. Have a chair with a higher back, or a footstool or a couch to work with for some of the modifications, or if you need help balancing at any point during our stretch. Mobility, it's more than just being flexible. Flexible is great, but you also need to have strength and motor control and balance. So I really like to promote mobility, and it encompasses a lot more than just being able to bend over and touch your toes. So we're gonna work on breath. We're gonna work on posture as we go through this month of April. Stay home, stay healthy. And I just want to make sure that you guys do know that as we go through this, sometimes people hold a lot of tension, and it could be in your belly, it could be in your back, it could be in your legs, in your calves, in your jaw. And honestly, I have experienced some emotional bursts when I've been stretching and breathing. So don't be surprised if you start crying or giggling uncontrollably, or feel some things as you're releasing the tension from your body. It's completely normal. And if you need to leave and come back, please, please do. I totally get it. Hi, Kathy. Oh. And yeah, just listen to your body, know your limits, and let's do this. Sunday stretch session. Woo! Number 1. All right, so we're gonna start by focusing our body, and we're gonna do that with our breath. So remember, when you're breathing, you wanna breathe all the way down into your belly. Inhale through the nose and let those hands lift. If you wanna place your hands here. If you wanna do this in a seated position, you can do that too. Whatever feels good to you. You can bring your chair in front. We're just gonna take a few breaths. So, feel good closing your eyes, please do. Take a deep breath in, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Feel your shoulders release as you release that air out. Take another deep breath in. Oh my God, she's licking my toes. And exhale it out. All right, one more time. Inhale it in. And exhale it out. This time I want you guys to put your hand on your chest, one hand on the belly. We're going to keep your knees soft if you're seated. Just relax there. Make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. We're going to take a deep breath in, and this time we're going to take a breath in for the count of 4, and then we're going to hold it for the count of 4, and then we'll release it for the count of 4, and then hold that breath out for a count of 4. So we're going to do that twice, all right? If you want to close your eyes, you can. If not, that's okay too. All right, ready? Inhale, and exhale, hold. That's the problem with being live. And then exhale for 4. And then hold that breath for 4. And this time I'm going to count for you. So close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold that breath out for 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, you guys. Great job. Feel a little bit more centered, ready to get at this? grab your ball. Hopefully Holiday will not try to take it. I use a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. I'm on carpet right now. I find it a little bit better to do on a hardwood floor, but I'm not gonna move my carpet today. So, my rug. In your foot, you have this lovely bone called the calcaneus, and it's the large bone on your heel. You're going to stand with the ball underneath your right foot. Woo! And place it in front of that. Take a deep breath, and you're going to just bend and sink into that. And then come up. Press your weight in, sink in, and come up. One more time. If you have plantar fasciitis, this is excellent. Hi, Jennifer. Saw you just joined. And come back up. Good. Now, you're going to move that to the inside of that calcaneus. Take a deep breath and sink into it. And then come out. One more time. Now, if you're using a tennis ball, it's going to squish a little bit. I do like using, as I've done this a few more times, the lacrosse ball. So go ahead and keep using your tennis ball. I'm just going to switch because it feels better to me to do this. Oh, and bone spurs. Yes. Good. All right. Take a deep breath, and we're going to move it to the outside of that calcaneus. Sink down and into that. Deep breath. In and out one more time. Sink down. Good. Now I want you to take that ball and just roll it through the arch. Ooh, that feels good. I'm sure everyone's been walking more than normal, so your feet might be a little tired. And a lot of pain that happens in your legs, in your knees, and your hips can extend from your feet. So keeping your feet mobile is really, really, really important. I can't stress enough how important it is. Okay, so now you're either going to take the tennis ball, or if you have a smaller ball, I just used a little chuck it from a small dog's. You're going to bend your toes around that ball and just try to pick up the ball. If you have a tennis ball, you might stretch your toes a little bit more. Don't overdo it. You can overstretch your feet if you're not used to this. Holiday, you're kind of in the way. So stretch over those toes. Good. All right, we're going to switch feet. So I'm going back to my lacrosse ball. Holiday, move. Go. Here, take that. Go get it. Go. Go. All right. Left foot in front of that calcaneus. You have two big knobs on your ankles, those bones that stick out. You want to be in the center of those, in the front of that calcaneus, the big heel bone. Take a deep breath and sink into it. And then come out. Sink into it. And come out. One more time. Sink into it. And come out. Go ahead and move it to the inside of that foot. And we're going to sink back down into it. She totally just goofed me. I normally would put her in her kennel, but the chickens are in her kennel right now. So keep coming in and out on your breath. And then go ahead and move it to the outside of the heel. Remember, only put as much pressure as feels good to you. Good. In and out. One more time down. Good. And then we're going to roll through that arch. In and out. And then go ahead, grab your tennis ball. If you're using a lacrosse ball, grab your tennis ball to wrap around it. I just threw mine. And then go ahead. I'm going to use a smaller one to grab with my toes. Stretch out my toes. Good. All right. Now, we're going to actually move down to the floor, and we're going to keep working on our feet here. So, I wish I had my tennis ball. I just threw it for the dog. All right. Holiday, bring me the ball. Get the ball. All right. Down to the floor. Can you guys see my feet? Oop. Yes? No? Maybe? Yes. All right. So you're going to take and spread your toes with your fingers. Holiday, seriously. What you're going to do is just spread those toes out, and note my feet are a little bit tight. You're going to just bend your toes. And this is just a nice little stretch. You can keep it on the floor. I'm just making sure you guys can see my toes. And then we're gonna do the other side. So place your thumb on the outside of your foot, pointing finger in between your long toe and your big toe, and then spread out those toes. Good. Oh, yes, I've definitely been walking more. So spread them out. If you see me looking to the side, it's because I can actually read what you guys are writing up on my TV. Oh. So go ahead and bend and flex those toes. Woo. All right. Oh, Holiday, bring me that ball. Get it. Get it. Now you're going to take your tennis ball. I'm using my lacrosse ball. Oh. Ha. Stole it from the dog. All right. You never know what's going to happen on Head Over Heels Fitness TV, right? I want you guys to place the tennis ball behind the outside pokey bone. And we're just going to roll it back and forth and kind of press it. If this is intense, don't press down so hard. Oh my gosh, I know. I need a pedicure too. Someday, right? Roll it out, and then what we're going to do is what we call flossing that muscle and those nerves, and point and flex. Holiday, go. Point and flex. Good, and then we're going to move the tennis ball on top behind that inner bone. Woo! If you feel a little tension, don't be surprised. And just kind of roll that ball. And again, move your foot around. Oh, there's some nerves for you, right? I have not been doing this enough since we went on break. Woo! Good, all right, other side. So again, it goes on the outside of that pointy bone. You're just gonna press down. The weight of your leg might just be enough. Point and flex, Holiday, move. Come on. Here, you can have this one. Go. She's got a tuft of tennis ball fur in her mouth. Good. Point and flex. And go ahead. Come on. Move it to the inside. Down. Point and flex. You can kind of massage that around. And you might notice a little bit of difference on different sides there. Ooh, that is a good one. All right, go ahead and move the ball aside. Hopefully Holiday will not steal them. We're gonna come up to a kneeling lunge. So if you need to add some padding underneath, I folded up my soft yoga mat to put underneath my knee. And we're gonna come up into this nice little kneeling lunge. And what we're gonna do is move forward and back. Hi, Mary. Welcome to the party. Good. Back and forth. And just move through what feels good. If you can't get down on the floor, you can also do a little bit of this by putting your foot up on a stool. Hop forward a little bit, sink down into that. If not, you can move through that motion from a standing position. So I'm demonstrating on the floor. And go ahead and turn that back foot over. See if you can stretch the front of that. And then I want you guys to stack the back hip right up on top of your knee. You're going to tilt the pelvis forward, and we're just going to lean forward into that. Good. That stretches out that hip flexor, which I'm sure we're sitting a little bit more too than what we normally do. Everyone's working online. Good. And now we're going to do some knee circles over that front leg. So just kind of move around. We're moving through our ankle. Good. Keep doing that. And then reverse the direction. So you might feel a little bit in your back knee too, so just be careful. Try to move through the front. Good, and then we're going to take that front leg, and again, only if you have the range of motion, flex and point. Flex and point. Ooh, good. And if you want to, you can even take a nice little stretch over that. All right, let's switch sides. So, stack that knee and hip, and we're just going to rock back and forth. Good. I have my toe up. I'm kind of stretching out my back toes here. Good. Rock back and forth. And then we're going to flip that foot down, stacking the hip over the knee again, tilting the pelvis slightly. We're going to lean into it from there. And you might notice a difference on each side. I have super tight hip flexors, so this is as far as I go. Something I'm working on. Good. And go ahead and release it. And then we're going to do our knee circles. So front knee, move that around, working through the ankle. Good. And reverse the direction. Don't forget to breathe. And again, you can do this from a standing position. You don't have to get down on the floor if it hurts. Flex the heel, and then we're going to lean back over it if you have that range of motion. And then point and flex. Ooh, so good. I see a lot of people, one of the reasons why I have people point and flex is as you age, you're seated a lot, and a lot of people lose that dorsiflexion, which is pointing the toe. So make sure you guys, when you're seated, practice pointing that so you don't shorten those back of the legs there. Okay, we're gonna come onto a kneeling position. Again, if it feels good. And I wanted just to show you what my feet look like. I'm gonna stretch my toes here. So I'm seated on my heels if you can, stretching out my toes a little bit. And you can widen your knees as you do this. This feels good to stretch the toes. Holiday, seriously. Go, here, go. And go ahead and come up, turn the feet over. From here, we're gonna take a step out with our right foot. And just reach up and over. If you want to, if you have that range of motion, you can put your hand down, stretch it out. Look up at that elbow. You can even open it up. So you get a nice little chest opener. Maybe push through the hips. And then come back. Gently put that other knee down. Right hand can come down, or you can just stretch from here, stepping out the left leg. Yeah, they feel good, don't they? Oh, feels good. Take a deep breath and look up at that elbow if you have it. You can even open that chest. Good. And then go ahead, bring it down. Come to all fours. You're going to find the balance between your hands and your knees. Stack the wrist, elbow, and shoulder. And what I want you guys to do is make sure you have a nice long neck. Your gaze should be about 2 inches in front of your fingers. So you're not like this and you're not like this. Press the belly button up to your back to protect your lower back so you keep that body nice and square. And we're going to lift up from the side and push the knee back. So we're not going all the way up and around. I don't want you to collapse your body. We're just moving through the hips. So nothing else moves but that hip joint. Just some nice circles. And then reverse that direction. Whoop. Make sure you don't kick chairs. Good. Go ahead, sit back, stretch out in child pose, stretch those shoulders out. I am getting a microphone, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me even better. Come back up, stack everything again, press that belly button up. We're going to reverse the sides. So, hip comes out, pushes back, and comes straight out to this side. Again, we're not going like this. We're not doing aerobics, just a nice little hip opener. Good. And then we're going to reverse the direction. If you haven't already. Good. Put the knees down, sink back, child pose. Rest your head on the ground and walk your hands out. Take a deep breath across your back rib cage, keeping your head on the ground. Walk your hands a little bit further forward and then press your forearms down to the ground. Good. Come up to all fours. We're going to do a couple cat-cows. So remember, when you're breathing in, you want to really round through the thoracic spine, which is where your rib cage is. So you really want to push up and arch through that lower back, pressing the pelvis up, relaxing the neck all the way down. And as you inhale, your chest comes forward and you bring it up through the arms, letting the belly hang down. Inhale, press it up, cat. Exhale, release. Inhale, press it up. And exhale, release. All right, you guys, find neutral spine. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. Woo, maybe you guys should too. Stay hydrated. Woo. Okay, next up is we're going to go into some seated positions or laying or on our back positions. So, Holiday, seriously? This is where she likes to get involved. Stop. All right, we're gonna bring our feet up into tabletop, or knees, legs, tabletop, hands come out to the side. Take a deep breath, and we're going to release the legs over to the left while we look over to the right. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you need to, you can put a towel down or place something if your legs don't go all the way over. Whew. Your goal is to have your shoulders down. See if you can get both shoulders on the ground. And turn your head the opposite way of your knees. Take a deep breath. Bring your head back to center. Engage your abs to lift those legs back up to center. Adjust as you need to. Take a deep breath. Exhale, drop them to the right. And look to the left. Try to relax the shoulder down. Inhale and exhale. Good. Turn your head back to center. Engage your abs to help you bring those legs back up. Place the knees on the ground. Your hands can stay out to the side. We're going to cross the right knee, or right foot over the left knee. So it looks like this. You're going to thread your legs through, or arms through your leg, and gently pull that leg back. Now, if you have some flexibility here, and this is easy, you can also add a stretch by gently pressing on that right thigh. Don't press on your knee, press on your thigh, and press it out. Holiday, you are not helping. Come on, move. Thank you. And the other thing you can do is gently pull that leg back towards you. Release. And then place your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, hands out to the side. Windshield wiper the hips. Back and forth. Don't forget to keep breathing. Good. And then move the feet back to hip width. Cross the left over the right. Reach through. And gently pull that leg back. Again, to increase the stretch, if you have pretty good range of motion and you're not feeling a stretch across that hip, press that leg out as you pull the right leg back. Again, don't forget to breathe. Good, and release, sit down. Hands out to side. Windshield wiper the knees in and out. And take a deep breath. You're going to drop that left knee down. And only if this feels good. You can stay here. If you need to, you can put yoga blocks or towels underneath your knees. If you have some flexibility across that hip flexor, you want to get a little more stretch, you're going to lift your right foot, place it on the left thigh, and let it go down. Woo. Take a deep breath. Remember, stretching shouldn't hurt, so if anything hurts, don't do it. And don't forget to breathe. Breath work helps with stretching. Release, rock them back and forth. Drop that right knee down. Turn the foot over if you can. Bring that foot up and drop it down. Remember, it shouldn't be on your joint. Only do this if you can reach it onto your thigh. Take a deep breath. You can also just remain here if that feels good. Whew. And bring the knees in. Roll your ankles. Ooh, I just got a nice pop. Right, left, and then we're going to either grab the outside of your calves, your ankles. If you can grab the soles of your feet, you can do that. We're gonna drop down into happy baby. Wiggle it around a little bit. You can roll around like a ball. Again, don't forget to breathe here. If you're rolling, find your way back to center. Take a deep breath and imagine that you're dropping your sacrum, which is your tailbone. You're gonna inhale, and as you exhale, imagine that you're dropping that sacrum down closer to the ground, and maybe your knees come up a little bit closer. Come up a little bit closer. Come down a little bit closer to the ground. Good. Release and roll them around. All right. We are going to go into a bridge. So, hands down to the side. Ideally, you should be able to touch your heels to your fingertips wherever they lay. If you can't, that's okay. Just adjust your knees to where it feels good. Take a deep breath, and we're just going to come up into a nice little bridge. If you want to, you can take your hands overhead, or you can interlace your fingers underneath and walk your shoulders underneath you. Make sure you keep your neck relaxed. Don't arch. Take a deep breath and press that pelvis up, squeezing through the glutes. Take a couple of deep belly breaths. And then go ahead, release the hands, and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Hug the knees. One more time, roll like a ball. All right, go ahead and grab behind your legs, start rolling back and forth until you come to a seated position. Ooh, all right. Look out, dog. So from here, we're gonna do some more spine twists. So I'm gonna cross right over left. You can flex the foot. What you wanna try to do is to keep that foot on the ground. If that doesn't feel good, that's okay. Just find out wherever your body is right now. Remember, stretching takes practice, flexibility takes practice, balance takes practice. It's all practice, right? Take your left hand, cross it over that right knee, and you're gonna place your right hand behind you. Use it as leverage, push against to twist. And I wanna make sure that you guys aren't looking forward right now. Turn your head over that right shoulder. Remember, where your eyes go, your body will follow. So, I'm gonna turn so you guys can see me. Good, and then release. Other side. Take a deep breath. Right hand goes over left knee, left hand goes back. We're gonna twist and look over that left shoulder. And every time you exhale, maybe you go a little bit further. Your eyes are able to move a little bit further. Good, and release. Come back to center. Feet straight out in front of you. Adjust your sit bones so you're nice and flat. Inhale those arms up. I want you guys to really keep a nice flat back here. So as you're inhaling up and reaching forward, we're not bending our back yet. We're just gonna reach from that hinge position, reach forward. Flex those heels, reach. Inhale, and as you exhale, maybe you go a little bit further. I am not super flexible, but I'm working on it. And on your next breath, inhale and exhale, round the back, drop your head, and go as far as you can. Maybe you grab your feet. Maybe this is where you use a yoga strap to help you stretch down. Whatever feels good here. Good, and then go ahead and come up. Right foot goes out, left knee goes in. If you cannot bend your knee in this way, you're just gonna keep it out here. It really doesn't make much of a difference, whatever feels good to you. So go ahead, bring that in. We're gonna move our hand on the inside of our foot up and over. Stretching out our lats, stretching out our obliques, stretching our spine sideways. Good, and then go ahead. To increase the stretch, you're gonna turn your head and look at that elbow, if you can. If that hurts your neck or hurts your body in any way, please don't look that way. Good. And then same flat back over that foot. Don't forget to breathe. And walk up. Switch sides. Right foot in, left foot out. Left hand comes down along, and we reach up and over. On your next breath, look up at that elbow if you have it. If not, you're still getting a nice stretch without looking. Don't forget to breathe. And then we're going to take a deep breath, come up, reach flat back over that. Good, and then go ahead, bring both feet out and just gently stretch down. Don't have to be intense. If you're flexible and you can walk all the way down, please do so. I've never been able to do that. Good. All right, soles of the feet together. Move it. Come on, over here. Soles of the feet together. You're gonna walk yourself up. Hold on to those toes if you can, if you want. Push those heels in and press the knees down. You can also add your body weight by hinging at the hips. Please don't lick my toes. Press down and keep breathing. Good, and then go ahead and release. Put your hands behind your back. If you can support yourself up, we're gonna do floating butterflies. If not, you can continue with this stretch. Otherwise, you're gonna put your hands behind you, lift your butt up off the ground, squeeze the hips up and back. This is a nice hip opener. Stretch it back and forth. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Now, go ahead and release that. Come back up to your knees. If you can sit on them, do so. If not, you're gonna kneel on them. From here, we're going to bring the right hand across the left leg, and then we're gonna inhale the left hand up and over. You're very welcome, Jerry. I'm glad you were here. She just thanked me for the stretch. And then we're gonna open and come back. Inhale, open. Exhale and come back. One more time, inhale, open. And exhale, come back. Other side, left hand goes across, right hand comes up, look up and over. And as we inhale, we're gonna open up, exhale, out. Open, exhale, out. One more time. Inhale and open. All right, the next one, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna aim for. You're gonna tuck your toes and you're gonna come back. Come on, Holiday, you need to move, go. You're gonna aim for a nice little squat. If you can't do this, I want you guys just to come up to wherever it feels good. So, if you can come down, press your elbows into your knees, push them out, lean into it just a little bit using that body weight. Otherwise, you're here or you're here. So lots of different options. Do what feels good to your body. Take a deep breath. And from wherever you are, we're gonna fold forward, keeping our knees soft, feet hip width apart, let your body hang. Relax the head, shake it no, nod it yes. Keeping the knees really soft. Just let our body round and fold. And then if you need a block or anything down here, you can use your shins. I want you guys to straighten your legs, your knees, one at a time. Upper body's completely relaxed. Good, and then we're gonna move to a wide stance, forward fold. Again, you can place a block down, hands down. We're gonna inhale and windmill the left arm up and look up over that. And then bring it down, inhale, up and over. Good. For those of you who are just joining, we're just doing some nice spine stretches. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Come all the way up. Turn your toes wide. And we're just gonna rock back and forth. Feeling looser already. Hands on the thighs. Drop that right shoulder. Press into that right hand. Look over the left shoulder. Don't forget to breathe. Stretching and breathing are so important together. Inhale up and over to the right. Good. One more time. Roll down. Take a deep breath and we're going to roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale, those arms spread. And release all the way down. From here, we're going to stretch out our shoulders a little bit. So go ahead and put your palms out. We do this, just warm those shoulders up a little bit. If your shoulders are popping, make sure you press all the way up, turn the hands, and scoop. Make your circles a little bit smaller. If it hurts to go all the way through, reverse the direction. And then when you get down to the bottom, you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back and lift. And then from here, I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn around and face the opposite direction so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to interlace our fingers, and whatever thumb is up on top, we're going to bring it over to that side of our body. So my right hand's on top. We're going to press our elbows toward one another. So really squeeze. Imagine that you're trying to touch your elbows. If you're hyperflexed, you might be able to. My kid can. Grosses me out. He can touch his elbows together. I don't know how. Good. Make sure your body's nice and soft. Keep the elbows or shoulders away from the ears. You shouldn't be up here trying to press. Nice and relaxed. Press. This is great if you have any sort of shoulder injuries or rotator cuff. Good. Release. Interlace your fingers the opposite way. Bring it over to the left side. Now, if you can't get your hands all the way over and you're only here, you can still get a nice stretch. So as far over as you can, press those elbows toward one another. Keeping the shoulders down and away from the ears. Soft knees. Good. And go ahead, release, shake out those arms. Another good shoulder rotation is keeping that elbow at a nice 90-degree angle. Lock it in, and we're just going to open and close our arm. This is really great if you do have rotator cuff injuries and you want to strengthen it, add a band or a little like 3-pound dumbbell. Good, other side, in and out, soft knees, ears away from your shoulders, relax the shoulders. Good, and then go ahead, shake them out. Hands together, roll through those wrists. We're going to stretch our hands. I know we've been on our phone, typing a lot more, working from home. I want you guys to put your hands out to the side. You're just going to grab the hands, stretch it down. Good, and then go ahead, interlace your fingers, and gently pull that hand back. If that doesn't feel good, you can do it from here, stretching through the palm. Nice. And then I'm going to show you from here. You're going to grab your thumb on the inside. You're just going to gently turn that thumb, it looks like this, inward. But you're going to keep your hand up. Gently pull that in. And then you're going to turn it down. Okay, shake it out. Other side, so the hand comes out, pull those fingers back. And then go ahead, bring it back that way. Or you can interlace your fingers, pull. And then go ahead, grab your thumb, gently stretch it back. Remember, it looks like this. Don't pull your joint out, just pull the thumb back gently. Good, and then go ahead and turn it down. Good. Roll those wrists out one more time. All right. Go ahead, grab your head, your hands like back here like this, and you're just gonna kind of massage into the back of the head. Take a deep breath, and we're just gonna drop our neck down and then bring it back up. Drop it down. Don't force it. The weight just adds a little extra stretch across that cervical spine. Good. And then go ahead, release. Left hand down, right hand goes on top. Weight of the arm gently stretches that neck. Don't force it. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, you're going to tilt your head forward. Inhale, release it back. Other side, left hand comes up, gently stretch. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop it forward. Good. bring it back and release. Bring it down. Look over the right shoulder, lower the head down and around. All the way. And then back forward. The only thing that I also wanted to show you guys real quick before we finish up, thank you all for participating today, was a really great quad stretch. So we were down here in this position. So you can either go from your kneeling position and grab that back foot. You can also use a yoga strap here, tilt the pelvis in. And this is an excellent, excellent quad stretch. Now, you see a lot of people doing this standing. I like to use my stool and do that. You see a lot of people doing this when they're out running and they're out all over the place, all over here. You want to keep your knee close. So I like using the stool or the floor because it allows you to keep the hips in line. You can lean into this too. Plus the stool or the couch adds a nice little padding. So let's do both sides. Ooh, good. And stretch. Ooh, we finally tuckered out the dog. Yay. And go ahead and release. All right, you guys, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll down. Let your body hang one last time. Inhale, roll up, one vertebrae at a time. If you come up, bring your hands up. Open the palms, bend the elbows, open that chest, and release. And let's take 3 big breaths to end our stretch session on Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you feel a little bit looser, a little bit better. I know I do. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more time. Inhale it up. And exhale it out. All right, you guys. You rock. Keep moving. Stay healthy. Stay home. I appreciate you all so very much. Don't forget, you can email me, reach out, whatever you need. I am here. All right. Have a good Sunday.